Remember the same video that I made last time? Well, this video would probably make a lot sense that I talk about this. Last night, this is where the nightmare began. I was on my bed watching the same marathon of Pokemon Horizons on my TV connected to Netflix. The same doorbell rang, but I decided to ignore it because I knew that the event is about to unfold, but it somehow got louder and it's trying to draw my attention. I give up of ignoring it and decided to answer it. For my surprise, it was the same package than before, the ones that I made a CreepyPasta video about. A Flareon plush who became a catalyst. The package has the same text than before. Build-A-Bear Company, Flareon plush, and $6.66. As usual, I realized that this was a setup. I decided to ignore the box and go back to watching Pokemon Horizons. But as I was about to go back on the bed to watch the TV, I heard the same cry of Flareon's voice. But it sounded a bit different, trying to sound more friendly. It sounded like it was calling my name, but there was no one there who was like pressing the paw of the voice box. It just started on its own. And what's weird and unsettling is that the voice doesn't sound familiar. It sounded realistic. Rather than like hearing five voice phrases of Flareon's cries. I somehow shrugged it off and just ignored it. It was just my imagination of hearing things. But somehow it got worse. The voice of Flareon's cry sounds like she's sobbing, like if she's weeping out tears. I decided to open the package up cautiously, just to be careful, not to be tricked. The same Flareon than before has the same pink bowl, black eyes with white specks, and black inner ears. I then decided I had to use the bathroom, but this time I took her in the bathroom with me so that nothing happens. Once I finished using the bathroom, I came back with her to watch Pokemon Horizon. Once my eyes are glued onto the TV, I did not notice Flareon's eyes has changed. But once the episode ended, I looked at Flareon and I was shocked to see that her eyes are closed, like before. Still smiling, I started to panic and realized that Flareon is distorted. I bolted out of the room, but as I try to bolt out of the room, it feels like that my body is slowing down. I try to move faster, but it got worse. And once it got worse, Flareon somehow teleported in front of me, and what I saw was the most terrifying of all. Flareon's white speck is now facing towards me, like before, like in the center, staring straight at my soul. But that's not all. Something else is creepy about her. She has like a black anger mark on her forehead, and her eyes are scrunched down as if she's angry. The worst sound I hear in my dream was a bit different. Instead of her creepy, distorted cry, it is now replaced as something else out of an ordinary. It was the sound of the tornado sirens, but it was slow pitched, echoing loudly. I tried to cover my eyes, but somehow got worse. Flareon's eyes are glowing brighter red, even brighter than before, and then she's starting to breathe out fire She burned me alive as I screamed in agony. As I woke up, it was all just a nightmare, and as I checked my Flareon plush, she was back to normal. It was all just a bad dream, and I hugged her tightly, hoping it never happened again.